Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome to part 3 of Geography chapter 5, that is water. So, children, before we proceed ahead with this session, let us take a small recap on what we did in the last chapter. In the last chapter, or rather in the last session, we studied about oceans, seas, and rivers, right? And I had also given you the list of important oceans, seas, and rivers that you would be studying this year. Here is the list again for you. So, those who have actually not checked it or not noted it can note it down now. Important oceans: Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, Northern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. In the rivers, we studied about Amazon River, Nile River, Niger River, Ganga River, Brahmaputra River, and Darling River. Under important seas, we studied Caribbean Sea, Arabian Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Black Sea, Caspian Sea, and Coral Sea. Okay. So, this is what we did in our last session. Now, in this session, we are going to start with the next topic, that is ocean circulation. So, what do you understand when you say ocean circulation? So, children, we all know that when the rainwater falls on the mountains or the hills, it comes down from the mountains in the form of streams, right? These streams all, when come together, make river. The river comes down and joins the seas, while the seas joins the oceans, right? Now, children, if you have ever gone to a beach and you have walked barefooted, okay, you feel the wet sand on the beach, isn't it, children? The cool breeze, the sea birds, the smell of the salt, the music of the waves, everything is so nice. It feels so nice, so fascinating, so exciting, isn't it? So, children, unlike the calm waters of the ponds and lakes, ocean water keeps moving constantly and continuously. It is never still. So, the movement that occur in oceans can be broadly categorized as waves, tides, and currents. So, first we are going to learn about waves. So, what are waves? Right? If you have ever gone to the seashore, the rise and fall of the water on the surface of the ocean are called waves. If anybody of you have ever played with a ball, if you have ever thrown the ball in the ocean, have you ever noticed how the ball is being taken away and ultimately thrown back on the shore by the waves? It is a fun game, right? Isn't it, children? So, what happens? The ball gets washed back to the shore by the waves. So, when the water on the surface of the ocean rises and falls alternately, they are called waves. Waves are formed when the gentle wind scrapes across the ocean surface. The stronger the wind blows, the bigger the wave becomes. So, children, during a storm, the winds blowing at a very high speed forms huge waves. Now, these may cause tremendous destruction. an earthquake, volcanic eruption, underwater landslides, all these can shift large amount of ocean water, and as a result of this, a huge tidal wave called tsunami that may be as high as say 15 meters is formed. The largest tsunami ever measured was 150 meters high. These waves travel at a speed of more than 700 kilometers per hour. So imagine. The tsunami of 2004 caused widespread destruction, damage in the coastal areas of India. The Indira port or the Indira Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Island got submerged after the tsunami. So children, now let us read about tsunami. Now this extract is from page number 34 of your geography textbook. Okay. Tsunami. What is tsunami? When I say tsunami, what do you exactly understand by that? Okay. Tsunami is a Japanese word that means harbor waves. And why is it called harbor waves? As the harbors gets destroyed whenever there is a tsunami, hence hence those waves are called harbor waves or tsunami. Okay. Now, tsunami or the harbor wave struck havoc in the Indian Ocean on the 26th of December 2004. The wave was the result of the earthquake that had its epicenter close to the western boundary of Sumatra. The magnitude of the earthquake was 9.0 on the Richter scale. Now, what is a Richter scale? It is an instrument that measures the earthquake. As the Indian plate went under the Burma plate, there was a sudden movement of the seafloor, causing the earthquake. The ocean floor was displaced by about 10 to 20 meters and tilted in a downwardly direction. The huge mass of ocean water flowed to keep in the gap that was being created by the displacement. This marked the withdrawal of the water mass from the coastlines of the land masses in the South and the Southeast Asia. After thrusting off the Indian plates below the Burma plate, the water mass rushed back towards the coastline. Tsunami traveled at the speed of about 800 kilometers per hour, comparable to the speed of commercial aircraft, and it completely washed away some of the islands in the Indian Ocean. The Indira Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that marked the southernmost point of India, got completely submerged. As the wave moved from earthquake epicenter from Sumatra towards the Andaman Islands and the Sri Lanka, the wave length decreased with decreasing depth of water. The travel speed also declined from 700 to 900 kilometers per hour and to less than 70 kilometers per hour. Tsunami waves travelled up to the depth of 3 kilometers from the coast, killing more than 10,000 people and affected more than lakhs of houses. In India, the worst affected were the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Pondicherry, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. While the earthquake cannot be predicted in advance, it is possible to give a 3-hour notice of a potential tsunami. Such early warning systems are in place across the Pacific Ocean, but not in the Indian Ocean. Tsunami are rare in the Indian Oceans as the seismic activity is less as compared to the Pacific Ocean. Can you see the picture here, children? This is the destruction caused by tsunami on Tamil Nadu coast. The tsunami that ravaged the South and the Southeast Asian coast in December 2004 is the most devastating tsunami in the last several hundred years. The large damage caused to the life and property was primarily a result of lack of monitoring, the early warning systems, and knowledge among the coast dwellers of Indian Ocean. The first indication that tsunami is approaching is the rapid withdrawal of water from the coastal region, followed by destructive wave. When this happened on the coast, instead of people going to high ground, they started assembling at the coast to view the miracle. As a consequence, there was a large casualty of various onlookers when the gigantic wave, that is tsunami, struck. So children, now I'll show you some pictures of the destruction caused by tsunami. Look at the picture, children. Remembering the tsunami of 2004. The picture tells us the horrific story of the sufferings of the people when the tsunami occurred. We can see water everywhere, isn't it? Villages and cities were lashed with water. Look at the intensity of the wave, so huge. Can you see the picture here, children? The car, the houses, everything submerged under the water. So, children, basically, when the water on the surface of the ocean rises and falls alternately, they are called waves. During a storm, when the wind blows at a very high speed, it creates huge waves. These waves cause tremendous destruction. Earthquake, volcanic eruption, or underwater landslides can shift large amount of ocean water, which results in tsunami. The tsunami of 2004 caused widespread damage in the coastal areas of India. The Indira Point and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands got submerged after the tsunami. So children, with this, I end this part of the session. See you in the next part, that is part 4 of Geography, Chapter 5, Water. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.